You are not going to believe what they're already saying over at CNN. They're actually admitting that Trump is winning this and winning bigly. We're going to see what the most distrusted name in fake news is panicking over. We're going to see them actually admit that Trump's strategy in all this is brilliant. And we'll see why things are even worse for the Democrats than they could have ever imagined. You are not going to want to miss this. Greetings, patriots all across the globe. Dr. Steve here with you, your Patriot Professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and insane times. If you haven't yet done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Make sure to click on that link below and save up to 70% on all of Mike Lindell's MyPillow products if you use my special code Turley. You know that Mike has been recently canceled by Walmart, and we can show him our support while at the same time enjoying his lowest prices ever. So make sure to use my special code Turley, and you can get the classic MyPillow, which is normally $69.98 for only $19.98, and that applies to over 200 products in his catalog. So don't wait. Click on that link below. Let's support our fellow patriot Mike Lindell, and let's get his best savings ever. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. Take it away, CNN.
Biographer of Trump with him and with family members. What do you think is going through his mind and their minds?
Oh, I think they're delighted. This is a surprising answer, but I think that they've been planning for this for years. Donald Trump first did his reaction to the FBI, actually having his lawyer call them Gestapo and stormtroopers 50 years ago. So he's been prepared for this strategy all along. He issued a campaign-style commercial within hours. This was prepared in advance. So he's an expert at spinning everything into publicity. He believes all publicity is good publicity. And that hardcore Trump group, 35% of the electorate, is going to be electrified by this. I think he's having a good day, actually.
All right, that was Michael D'Antonio. He's a CNN contributor, author of a book on Trump. He spent a lot of time with Trump doing interviews and research and the like. And I think he just nailed it. Trump is a showman. Newt Gingrich once said that Trump was like a cross between Andrew Jackson and P.T. Barnum, right? There's no one who could command the spotlight like Trump. And we have to remember that it was Trump himself who actually broke the story. When I got on the live stream last night, it was just after Trump announced that Mar-a-Lago was being raided by FBI agents. And I read word for word his extensive announcement that he published on Truth Social. It was an excellent summation of what was happening. What was happening, not just in terms of a description of the actual raid, but what the raid represented, right? These are dark times for our nation. It's a prosecutorial misconduct, the weaponization of the justice system, and an attack by radical left Democrats who desperately don't want me to run for president. This, the lawless political persecution and witch hunt must come to, and it must be exposed and stopped. I'll continue to fight for the great American people. I mean, it's phrases like that. It was brilliantly composed, and it was unequivocally, it reestablished Trump as the unwavering defender of the people as over and against the corrupt and oppressive permanent political class. And so this fellow, Michael D'Antonio, is absolutely right. The 35% of voters in this nation, the diehard Trump supporters, were utterly galvanized last night and ready to push back and shatter the Democrat Party like never before.
Alyssa, you see this as serious on many levels.
I do. If we're talking about it being vital national security documents, I don't think that we can forget that those, even if it's top secret, that means it could pose a grave national security risk if it's in the wrong hands or made out into the public.
Stop. I cannot take this. I can't retake this ridiculous kabuki theater. Does anyone actually have to remind these morons of someone named Hillary Clinton? What the hell do you think Clinton did? Hillary had hundreds of classified emails on her personal computer, including at least 22 that were deemed top secret. She was caught red-handed, but I don't recall any FBI raid of her and Bill's home, do you? She was not only caught red-handed, she was exonerated by that corrupt filth named James Comey, who cited some new standard called malicious intent as a way of absolving her from indictment. You can be grossly negligent. You can even lie about it, as Clinton did. But hey, if you didn't really mean it, it's cool. I mean, these people over CNN literally have no semblance of any shred of credibility at this point. Oh, and by the way, do you think the Russian collusion hoax that Hillary concocted had malicious intent?
This, I'm hoping, goes beyond simply not complying with some archiving laws, or DOJ just handed Donald Trump the Republican nominee and potentially the presidency. If it's seen as some sort of massive overreach and not something incredibly serious, this is a very good day for Donald Trump. And by the way, he knows how to play this up in his favor. He more or less broke this news. It was
He did break it.
It was,
He
I
did
believe,
break it.
yeah, a Florida-based reporter had something, but he was ready to go. And I've actually seen quite sort of aligned messaging among Republicans. This is, you know, a banana republic. This shouldn't happen. If they do it to the president, the FBI will do it to you. I think he's having a good day as of now. So I hope DOJ's buttoned up on this.
I hope the DOJ's got something here. They better have something. They better, or else Trump is going to run away with this. Can you believe it? They're openly rooting for the FBI and the DOJ. They're openly supporting the weaponization of the legal system against a former president they don't like. These people are so ideologically blind that they can't see what just happened last night. They can't see that they just launched a nuclear attack against the Republicans, or attempted to. There's always been an unwritten rule in politics that you don't cross the line, legally speaking, with the other party. You could treat them as adversaries, you could treat them as opponents, enemies, no problem. But you never, ever even appear to be weaponizing the law against them, like with FBI raids or legal indictments, because if you do, when they come to power, your political opponents, it's mutually assured destruction. And these panelists are utterly clueless on that dynamic. They literally can't see it because they're too infected with Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting. The messaging from Republicans, they're seeing maybe benefit going into the midterms on this.
Unless the they is Ron DeSantis.
Well,
or anybody else who was planning on running for the Republican nomination in 2024. Look, this just happened. So the ramifications are still are mostly unknown. But in the short term, what it looks like is exactly what Alyssa said. I mean, I cannot tell you how many Republicans I have talked to who have said that just the political way that he handled this is vintage Trump. And for his short-term political goal, which is, if it is, in fact, to get the Republican nomination, kind of genius, because he has used all, I mean, look at the buzzwords he used in that statement: Occupy, raid. I mean, he basically said it was the deep state, which totally triggers and animates the people who not only who like him, but there was concern, according to people around Trump, that he was losing some mojo. He was having some trouble raising money, and this, he believes, turns it around.
They actually admitted Trump is a genius. They can't believe this. The more they think about it, the more they reflect on what happened since last night, the more they're realizing that this hasn't just guaranteed that Trump is going to win the nomination in 2024. They're realizing it's uniting the entire Republican electorate around him, which was unthinkable just a few days ago. And it's more than that. It's more than they actually realize. They didn't just galvanize the entire Republican electorate around Trump. They've just given Trump his campaign issues. He's going to dismantle the administrative state which came after them so that they could never, ever, ever come after you. Which, of course, means that the administrative state, the deep state, is going to be shattered when Trump wins his second term, which, by the way, will have DeSantis as the VP, as I understand it. That has already been agreed upon. That's a done deal. So what this pundit just said about DeSantis is utter rubbish. I mean, again, this is absolutely brilliant. So even CNN is getting it. Even the ideologues at CNN are starting to recognize that last night may indeed have been the beginning of the end for the Democrats. As always, gang, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. And before you go, you definitely want to check out my latest video I just uploaded on Pink Floyd's Roger Waters embarrassing a CNN hack with the facts about Russia and China. You're not going to want to miss it, so make sure to click on that link, and I will see you over there. God bless.